What's going on, gamers? It's Buffalo Mike. We're back here, and today I want to do my SPL predictions for the week of August 14th. This is currently being recorded the day of Friday, and I'm just going to walk through my predictions and why I think so. And so, just kind of background, I've been watching the SPL on and off since its conception, really, but this year I've taken it a little bit more seriously. I don't catch every game. I caught probably 75% of the games from the first split, and this week I've been pretty good about it. I have some Renegades bias. Barracuda was one of the first guys I started watching when I started playing the game, so I always have to root for him. So we're going to get started. First game of the week is Obey United, and I have Obey winning. I think that if you look at Obey, their trends, um, Obey has been having some stronger starts, and they've been doing a lot better. I think Sino has kind of got off his warrior thing, where he would only just play those warrior jungles and just force that into his team comp. And I think that that's really going to help them improve, and they're going against the bottom tier. These are probably the worst two teams in the league right now. I think that's pretty clear. And I think Obey is on the trend upwards when E United hasn't really shown any big improvements because they have two new players playing in the duo lane, which is always hard. So I think it's going to be a 2-0 Obey, and Sino's he's gonna do well. He's gonna go hard. And this second set, I'm with the community here. I think this community vote is pretty swayed by the fact that Barracuda plays for the Renegades. You take him away, and you just Radiance win this, in the community vote. And I think last set, Radiance and Renegades, they had some really good games. I think Renegades should have won both sets they played, but they threw with that gigantic throw. And this in the last game, or one of the games they were winning in the last set of last phase. And I think if Renegades come out hot today, they will put up a fight, and I think it'll catch Radiance off guard, and you will see them. They'll at least take one game. It won't be a 2 in my opinion, but it'll be a good series to watch. And I think Renegades will eke it out after some big plays. We're gonna have to see Lasber and the 408 really go hard though. Those two are really because I don't think Lasber showed up last week, and it showed in the scoreline. It was a pretty quick stomp for Space Station. So next, Ghost Gaming. I think they're going to beat Sanguine. It's really hard to vote against Ghost right now. Every single player I think is the best in their role pretty easily. Captain Twig has his moments, but even then he's still been a solid mid laner ever since he switched over. And there were a little bit of growing pains the first 2 weeks, but I think other than that he has been phenomenal, and he has a really strong god pool. And Fine OK, he can carry by himself. I don't think, and Polar Bear Mike is always going to make plays. So I think that it's really hard just to vote against Ghost right now in any regard. And Sanguine's a good team, but Sanguine is stronger late than Ghost. And Ghost, like Sanguine, likes to wait on these late games, and Ghost just does the early stuff. They just go in early, and they win the early game, and they use that to snowball the late game. And I think that's going to be super effective against a team like Sanguine. Space Station Radiance. Space Station, I just think they're strong. I think they had a strong showing last week with the 2-0 over. That was not. Yeah, so actually last week they lost to Ghost 2-0. It was a stomp. That they beat the Renegades, and they crushed the Renegades. I don't think they had to really worry much about that. Nika hard carried game too, but you're gonna see them come back with a vengeance from their beating on Sunday. That 2-0 versus Ghost is not going to just sit with them. They're going to try and take this, and they're going to use it to propel themselves into a greater height against Radiance here. And if the Renegades don't deliver their first loss, if Radiance don't lose to Renegades, they will lose to Space Station. They will have a loss by the end of this weekend. I'm positive. Renegades United, I think Renegades are just better. They're inconsistent though, and I could see E United coming out hot and Renegades not, and losing that. But I don't think that Renegades are going to let that happen, because they know that they need this win if they're going to do anything. Because this is E United's week to get a win, and so E United is going to come hard. And if they get a win, it'll be good for them. It'll be a big confidence booster for their dual lane, but I just don't think that they're going to beat Obey, and I don't think the Renegades are going to slip up that much. Uh, I think this last game is going to be really interesting because the Knights, they haven't been looking good this set. I think it's uncharacteristically bad for. I think Paul's not been playing himself. I think he's been struggling a little bit. I think Paul's looking to rebound here, and I think this will be the week to do it. Obey, not the strongest opponents, but they may pull something out here. I think this will be the set of the week right here. Knights and Obey. I think it's going to be a bottom. It's going to be duking out of the bottom of the league here, and I think that Knights need to win here if they want to have any chance of turning it around for next week. Because next week they have the Renegades. That'll be another good game. But I think we're going to see the Knights pull this ahead, which I think. I just don't. I think Paul's going to have a big week. I think Paul's going to have a big week. I think we're going to see Lazra have a big week if the Renegades are going to win. Ghost Gaming, I think they're all going to be fine, but I think Lazra and Paul are going to be the big deciding factors of these matches right here. The separate matches. So those are my picks for the week. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you around in the next one.